Okay, so I decided to go ahead and do a college vlog well, it's a college album, because I mentioned Kevin Bacon the other day. He did a off-Broadway play called Album. Pretty sure about that. I saw a photo of him, and he was in Album on off-Broadway. It's probably like, dang, you really do know James Lipton. I got the wash on, so I'm going to go ahead and close the utility drawer. I'm sorry, the utility door. There we go, I'm closing the utility door. Okay. So we're going over to the album right here. And there's something right there. Get one of these things right over here. I've got this spray thing right here. It's environmental spick and span. Okay. Sorry about moving the camera around so much. If I made anybody barf or anything like that, at least now you're a little bit lighter. You know what I mean? Get this one right here. Kind of doing a little pre-cleaning here. Some of that soda bread. I ate some of that soda bread the other day. Okay, move that over there. Flowers are. Get some of these right here. A little bit of water on the fresh water on the flowers. That one, this right here. And put those right there for now. Okay. All right. So get that over there. A lot of movement. Okay, so this is my photo album from college. I'm sure you'll probably be able to see it really well. I'm gonna open it. That's Rhiannon Bates. She has the last name just like Kathy Bates, but Rhiannon, like in the song Fleetwood Mac, and that's us in college. We went swimming in a pond right there, out in the middle of Texas somewhere, going towards the ocean. Some big lake, not too far from the ocean. Now this one, I think it's Puerto Lavaca that she lived in, but this was not too far from Puerto Lavaca, more inland. That's her camping. We used to do a lot of camping in college. So she's really pretty. I knew her right before I left to Los Angeles in 2001. But I knew her in like 1998 at UNT. That's us in New York right there. And then that's her at my mom's house, or my bedroom, my mom's bedroom. They moved away from that room, or they moved away from the house and went to Maine, but they moved away from many girlfriends in that room, but that was one of my favorites, Rhiannon. Well, one of my favorite college girlfriends. And that's in La Mama in New York. So you can look right here, you can see that's Joe Chaikin right there, the one that discovered Sam Shepard. He's in that photo right here. And that's a big wall. I can probably maybe do this and go like that, or I can go like this. I'd probably do better in the sunlight, but at least you can kind of see. I think that's Joe Chaikin too, right there. That when you go into La Mama Theater in New York, you'll see this wall right here. That's me by Port Lavaca when I was hanging out with Rhiannon. And that's La Mama in New York. So that is where Sam Shepard did his work. Maybe even Lanford Wilson. Joe Chaikin was a director there. They've done Bertolt Brecht there. They've done everything. That's a great little theater. Probably Marcel Marceau even knew about that theater. We'll get into that one later. But this is CBGB. So that's actually really CBGB right there. And then that's me in New York City. There's a cube. And I was, about CBGB, I was standing with a gray hoodie. I think I had a cigarette, so back then I smoked. There's a trash can. Umfug. CBGB. So that was CBGB back in like 2000. No, that was 1999. Probably close to 1999. And then that's CBGB again. Maybe 98, 99. Close to 1999. It was probably in spring break time. That's New York again, La Mama. This is it's a museum in New York City. It's actually a museum in New York City. The Treasure of the St. Francis of Assisi. So that was the exhibit that was going on in New York City when I was there. And that's me right there, making a pose. You can kind of see if I zoom a little bit there. Me at La Mama. There's me in Czech Republic. We were doing a Shakespeare play. See if I go like this. I think it's probably a little bit better. So I was doing a Shakespeare play right there. You can kind of see my face a little bit better right here. People used to say I look like Ethan Hawke and some Paul Rudd. I don't know. Gotta wear my bifocals. So there's Joe Chaikin. So that's in La Mama. So that's on the wall in La Mama. Joe Chaikin, right there. He's the one who discovered Sam Shepard. I always get those two mixed up, but that's Joe Chaikin. I believe it's a Brecht play that they were doing. That's in Czech Republic. That's me. That's at Frank Kafka's house. So Frank Kafka has a house in Prague. Me and Marjorie Hayes, she told me, Cole, look, don't be an actor. She studied with Polish Grotowski. She said, be a director. Well, film is a director's medium, but she said, you've got to have impeccable speech for Shakespeare. Yeah, so to be or not to be. I don't know. I went ahead and went forward to being an actor anyway. But she actually auditioned right next to Frances McDormand. The true story. She went to Cal Arts, Carnegie Mellon, and she's been in media, well, film. She's done films in Texas. And she's also studied with Polish director Grotowski. Jerzy Grotowski, I mentioned him. She talked about him. But she mostly studies like very commercial theater kind of stuff. Anyway. There she is again in an airport. And then there's Will. Will's an actor. He's been in Los Angeles. That guy is like a filmmaker. It's Will. All these people were actors right here. Will actually went to New York. I can't even think of his last name right now. That's Christina. She lives in Brooklyn. She has a kid. She has a cat too. And I think she's married. She lives in Brooklyn. She was a girlfriend of my friend Jameson Gentle. And we were in Prague. Really nice lady. Good actress. She's helped me with some Sam Shepard stuff. That's Ray. Got a fight with him on Facebook, but other than that, he's a good actor. Really aggressive. I think he has a son now. He lives in South Texas. Ray Wartel anyway. He played Touchstone and As You Like It. Very energetic, kind of a strong guy. You can't really, well, yeah, he's kind of buff kind of guy. Now this is, I told him on Facebook that he was, never mind, it doesn't matter. He's buff. Okay, so this guy is a ballet teacher. He's a badass. He's a ballet teacher at UNT, and that's me and him. And I gotta kind of hurry this, but we're getting ready for As You Like It, backstage somewhere, probably in Prague. Okay, then we're in Prague here. It's a statue. There's another one in Prague here. This is in New York City. Rhiannon took this one at Central Park. Okay, so we're in Prague. That's Jason Coleman. He's a comedian. We're in Prague. That's me in Prague, and that's me in Prague, probably by some gift shop. Okay, so this is a statue, or it's a cross in Prague, and that's also a subway in Prague. That's 6 minutes right now. That's like a tavern in Prague, probably close to Prague. Also, we went to Brno. I think some of these are Brno and Prague. That's me at the airport in probably France or Paris. This is probably Prague, another Prague. Gotta get through this quick. That's Prague, Charles Bridge, where they filmed Mission Impossible Part whatever with Tom Cruise. This is a person in Prague that had her dog. This is actually a Prague, and by the Charles Bridge. Sorry about that. That's also Europe, Prague, probably by the Charles Bridge, Prague. That's Cain and Abel. That's in Prague. This is also in Prague. Prague subway. That's at Janáček Academy, which is located in Brno. It's the academy in Brno. They use theater art stuff. Well, they actually do theater art stuff at a festival called Sakanti Festival, which is Encounter 2000. We were there in, probably like very close to 2000 at UNT. We were the only school at UNT. I mean, UNT was the only school in America that was in Setkani Festival at UNT. That's me and Will. We were doing As You Like It. And then that's us practicing As You Like It. I played, here I played Sir Oliver Martext, and I also played Duke Frederick. So I played 2 roles. There's Will, I'm sorry, not Will, I'm sorry about that. It's Ray playing Touchstone. He's moving me, and we're kind of moving at the same time, and that's the lady that played the farm lady. Okay, so that's the entire cast of As You Like It. There's Coleman. There's, I'm somewhere in there. I think that's, oh man, I'm right there. Turn to the side. I'm looking this way. I thought I'd do a profile. And then there's one of the lead actresses in As You Like It. There's a lot of them for UNT. We represented America. So we were the only school in Prague that year at Setkani Festival that represented America and did As You Like It. And I played Duke Frederick, and there's like the whole cast. Probably some of the crew. That was a ballet director, but he was also in the cast of As You Like It. Played like the fairy god that comes in at the end. This is also some Prague stuff. This is also the stage we performed in Prague. In Brno. We were in Brno. We performed in Brno near the academy in a special stage. We had a rake stage and everything. That's right before we put up the rake stage. This is a circus that came through at the end of the festival. So I got some photos of the circus, and you can see some of the circus here. And this is a circus show. It was like Carnival, and you can see it right here. And this was like a show about chairs or something similar. It was like a clown show done at another theater. She played the farm girl in As You Like It. This is us on a bus, probably going to Prague from Brno. I got a story about Prague and Brno. They left me in a bar and gave me absinthe, and I passed out. And they left cab fare in my hand and my shoelaces tied together. He played Yakis at the long monologue about the world as a stage, which is kind of vlogging. This is us going to Prague. There's me, and then there's me and Carrie Bourne. She's a filmmaker too. And that's Czech Airlines right there. So that's me right there. Carrie, long time ago in college. Let's see, that's fine. I'm just gonna kind of go through these and just kind of show so that you can see some of the photos right here, because that's me at Hip Pocket in R Crumb 3, played Font. There's me in graduation. There's blah, blah, blah. Let me get to that. My friend Danny, his brother's a movie star named Johnny Whitworth. And there's Danny and I at the airport. There's me in LA. There's my mom, and there's my stepdad and my mom. And there's my mom and stepdad and okay. There's me, and then there's me and probably LA. No, I was in UNT. Me and a chick, college girl friend that was, I used to kind of do mime, so we were doing mime on Halloween, and her name is Christina. Okay, so then there's me right there, and that's Alexis. Alexis and I met in Long Beach. She's a professor. She also was a librarian and a writer, I guess, and she likes to write and stuff. Okay, so then it's all Long Beach. Just kind of looking at this right here. Just kind of getting photos right here. That's Hollywood. It's Mulholland Drive. Mulholland Drive probably, or Santa Monica, one of the two. First wife, Sarah, is my mom. She was Sicilian. And then there's Annie. She's a military chick. There's me. So I went to work with my head cut off. So it was a Halloween thing. I got cookies. So that lady won, and she got second place. Or she won. She was like a zombie bride. And we were all at work, and we all three got spotlighted for our costumes. And that's my beautiful first wife. Backside. Sorry about that. I got some kind of alert on my phone. It was like I don't know. Anyway, so that's me. Putting on makeup for a show. This was a Latino theater in Fort Worth called the Rose Marina Theater, and the name of it Rose Marine Theater, and they do a lot of shows. They're Latino theater. De La Rosa. That shows De La Rosa. Eddie, he's an actor. He's been in everything. We worked together at TWU. He was in, I don't know why he's being a zombie right there, but he was in A View from a Bridge, I believe. It's Arthur Miller. It was really great performance. And then I played Tony. I was one of the gangster guys. He's actually, watch out, this guy's a very good actor. He also does insurance. She was the lead, one of the lead in View from a Bridge. This is backstage stuff. That guy's Abel. He was also in Abel Flores. He's a great actor. He was actually in Arthur Miller's A View from a Bridge. That's me in White Settlement. Just kind of going through these really quick. That's a cap. And some stuff right here. And then that's I actually do have a photo of her. That's a picture of my first wife. When I cover up this, that's Six Flags. Six Flags Pass. You can barely see me right there. But that's my Six Flags Pass in 1987. There's my YMCA. And then here's my California stuff. So I don't want to give away too much information. I don't think that's valid anymore. So I don't know. I may have to cut that. But I'll kind of cover it up here. You can see, so at least my photo, and maybe go back to that. And that's the YMCA thing. I'm not going to show my new school. Well, I'll just show it. I'll cover up the barcode. But that's for 2001, valid spring 2002, and that's New School for Social Research. They actually use the same name. And that's me, Actor Studio. That's my pass to get in. I don't know. So I don't know if it really shows anything off. It's probably not, I don't know. It's still an ID. So these are all tickets to different things. Hollywood Bowl. I used to sell tickets for the Hollywood Bowl. Kind of going through this really quick. This is my Metro card in New York. The Majestic, when I was on set with Jim Carrey. This is Music Center. I worked for them for quite a bit of time before I ran off to New York from LA. That was my garage key where I kept my car in a garage. Kind of 48-hour style kind of thing, only it just had memorabilia. And this is the encounter thing for Czech Republic when I went to Czech. There's my marathon entertainment thing. I'll probably be taking this with me, maybe vlogging it again. This is my Warner Brothers pass to get on Warner Brothers. And this is where I stayed when they were filming 25th Hour with Spike Lee. So you can see the dates on it and everything. So that's proof that I was in the same place Spike Lee was filming on 2002 of June 7th. I was still in New York on June 7th. I didn't know that. So I stayed there for a while. It was a little tiny hotel room. I guess it was a 7-day thing. So it's Hotel Riverview. They've changed the name. There's the address right there. Those phone numbers. Okay, so that's a visitor pass for 20th Century Fox and X-Files. That's Cinex. So that's who I worked for in Burbank, California. I worked for 20th Century Fox as a production company for X-Files. There it is right there. That's the company that I worked for right there, covering up some information. Grandma just passed away. I did a show for Trinity Valley school players right before I left to LA. Right before I left to LA. This is a letter. This is probably something to do with script sides, a sheet for you. This is a big audition I had to go to. So they got me work when I was out in LA. And this is cool too. This is a letter given to me by a girlfriend. And I got this award for putting out a cigarette on a staircase for doing a show called Hot L Baltimore by Lanford Wilson. I played the John. I put out a cigarette on basically the stairs because I had my cigarette going. The show set in the 70s and I just threw it down. No, I did put it out. That was the problem. I let it burn on the stairs. They said, why did you let the cigarette just burn? Why did you step on it? We could have all burned down. I said, I didn't have the motivation to step on the stupid cigarette. I didn't care. I just threw it down. So when they gave me the award, it said, if you can find the character motivation to come get your award. This was in 1993. Texas Wesleyan. Man, this thing's fighting. It's hard to do, but it's Texas Wesleyan Theater Arts. And they said they were kind of making fun of the fact that I was kind of method. Dean's List. I made Dean's List, University of North Texas. There's a play I did. It's probably floating around there somewhere, but I did it at UNT, also did in Fort Worth at a Latino theater. I'm actually Irish and English, but I work with Latino people. Returned to Girdleville with Men and BVDs. That's Hip Pocket. This was I really was proud of this show. Played Lucky in Waiting for Godot. 2 guys and a Godot. Here's the article that you can kind of read probably. You can read some of the article. Probably my friend, my playwright friend was in it. He's right there. And that guy had to drop out and they brought in a guy named Charlie Baker to replace this guy. And Charlie Baker is worked with Breaking Bad. He was in Breaking Bad as Skinny Pete. He also was in El Camino. And that's not Charlie Baker, but he was in it. I don't know if they show. It's very strange. His name was Jerry Brown in this photo. But Charlie Baker was mentioned in the original first time actual review of the show, of the real show, by someone like Mark Lowry. And this is Mark Lowry's, Lowry review of Man 1, Man 2, which I got a good review. My friend did a play called Chicken Skin. It's a playwright. And there's my review there. Very good review I got from one of my first big plays. Well, it was a 10-minute play, but it got a good review. And that's it right there. I'm gonna try to turn this around right here. And you can see the workshop at Tetro Main Street, which was a theater. And there it is right there. And we did it. We did a pretty good job of it. That's Lake Simons. She works for Radio City Music Hall. She's a puppeteer. Her father's a mime, as in pantomime. This thing's gonna big time struggle right here. So like mime. His name is Johnny Simons. He's famous. His name also is his nickname or his mime name is Molemo, and that's his daughter Lake, who's a good friend and a great director. And she works with puppets and puppeteer and stuff. She's really cool. This is a letter that I got from the Actor Studio. It's about Johnny Depp. So it states, as you know from my letter to your prior to the Johnny Depp seminar, your attendance that night was a registration for and committed to attend. I was there to 5 remaining spring seminars: Hugh Grant, Richard Gere, Benicio del Toro, and 7th and 8th seminars, which will be announced shortly. Next Monday, attendance will be taken between interview and the classroom session and compared with the Deb attendance record, which is everybody. Failure to attend this seminar without prior permission for outside work, rep season week of illness, it was the only time I could rehearse, is no more acceptable. So actors wouldn't even go see the movie stars because they had to rehearse. An excuse to miss this class, and it will be respectful attendance at the remaining seminars, so that the places may offer the MFA program, Actor Studio, blah, 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 blah. In short, as explained in my previous letter to you, the craft seminar will now be treated as what it has always been. Of course, in our program, I hope you will all welcome this opportunity to continue sharing our guests. There's See You Monday, Dean Lipton, and his signature. He passed away. That was Actor Studio Drama School, and that was my letter. That to make sure that you attended. And this is probably the same one. Now, in this, they did give us a syllabus for the and I'll show you who I saw. I only missed Stockard Channing. I'll just leave this up here like this. So September 11th, Bruce Willis. The next day was September 11th. You know, New York getting hit by the worst terrorist attack of all time, and Bruce Willis was there the day before. And this was fall of 2001-02. Now, Kevin Costner was there. I talked to him. Kate Blanchett didn't show, but Sissy Spacek showed up. I talked to her about David Lynch. And then Deborah Winger was there. I didn't get to talk to her, but she was very, very interesting. November 5th was Sarah Jessica Parker. Very intensive one. She said all you need is one good thing, like one good steak knife, one good photo album, one good suit, one good monologue. Okay, and this is November 5th. Ben Kingsley was there. I saw him, amazing. When I went in, he was like a puppet or something. I saw him from the balcony. I looked down. I was like, that guy looks like a puppet. I was up high looking down. He was just so amazing. Billy Bob I got to talk to about The Gift. Billy Bob wrote a screenplay called The Gift, and he's a pretty interesting guy. I got to talk to him. November around 19th, Will Smith, got to talk to him. He said that Robert Redford told him that you were just a twig in the Nile, that you're just a small thing in this big world. Richard Gere told him to define acting. I spelled his name wrong here. Sorry about that, Richard Gere. And he said, I can't, but it's whoever you are at that moment. And Benicio del Toro told me to type out my own dialogue and my own words. I got to talk to him too. Didn't get to talk to Ethan Hawke, but it was a cool interview. Johnny Depp, everyone was there. It was sold out. People paying $1,000 tickets and all this stuff. Stockard Channing, I missed. I was studying. I had studied for a theater history exam. Hugh Grant, I did see him. Ian McKellen, I ate cake with him. And then Samuel L. Jackson, I talked. Well, I got to listen to him talk. He was very animated. And this is basically the brochure for the actual Actor Studio East, which I hope to vlog one day, but I will go to West. So we're going to do that one too. James Lipton sent me basically, he sent me, this was his address. I'm sorry about that, Mrs. Lipton. But he sent me, okay, that was something I wrote on there, but this is a postcard. I hope so, Bradley Cooper says back. 2011. I wrote that. That was my address. I guess you can see that address is fine. It was when I was in Euless. Peer question and interview, Bradley Cooper, 2011. So this is, he sent this to me. And he's kind of a famous guy. And it was, I guess, a copy of it, of the actual letter, which is, I'll get to in a minute. And this is from the new school. And that's the address to the new school, but I lived further up town, or I guess not uptown, sorry. I guess it's more like towards the Empire State Building. I live right by the Empire State Building. There's my address right there. It's 21st Street. There it was. And I was in 383. I was in the third room. Right there. Okay. So blah, blah. Well, there it is. That's what he sent me right here. I'll wrap it up here pretty soon. I don't know what it says here, if he actually wrote on it. Doesn't look like it. It was just printed. But this is a great honor right here. So this is the letter, or I'm sorry, not letter, but it was the Christmas card from a supposed atheist. And I guess his wife's name is Kadekai. She's Japanese, I believe. And that's James Lipton. That was him and his wife. And that's Santa Claus. And these are what it says right here. A dream of peace doesn't sound like an atheist. I think secretly he probably wasn't. I don't know for sure. A heaven of holidays. I think he was just very careful about his belief system. You know, he was very careful about what he believed in. He didn't go around announcing it on a mountaintop, which we're supposed to do. But that's the actual letter from Lipton, and he sent it to me. Okay, so this is an actress in LA. This one in New York that I saw. Actress in New York, actress in LA. You know, the New Yorker ones kind of show their body more. LA's, they kind of focus on the face. Okay, that was another card given to me by another wonderful actress. Lone Star Murder Mystery. There he is, Marcel Marceau. And I saw him in New York at her college. That's photography I did in Fort Worth when I was in high school. This is something, I don't really know what this is, to be honest. I have no idea what that is. And that is from Czech. That's where we attended Czech. Right there. Czech Republic. Okay. It's a motor vehicle thing. You might have saw some of it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, really. That's my insurance identification card, so I don't know that's in there. That's another address thing where I lived there in New York. And there is Pilgrim's Progress, a play I did in Dallas not too long ago, just a few years ago. And this was another play I went to go see. My mom and my dad, probably before I was born, mom and dad, when my sister was pregnant in my mom at that time. And that is it. This is a collage I did. I actually went to a party in drag one time. Anyway. And that's, hopefully I gotta go back and check and make sure everything's okay. There's some private information in there. That's my college vlog, or my college album vlog, I guess. All right.